last year, and the staff and I got in the office in the off season and talked about some of the things we wanted to improve on. And recruiting and our preseason training were two of the top on the leaderboard. We wanted to get out and find some players who could actually score the basketball for us as well as defend. And also in the preseason, we wanted to focus on more conditioning and as well as control scrimmages instead of, just getting out and playing just because. We've challenged the guys this week to come out with win on our minds for 40 minutes. This season thus far, we've done a good job of ultimately getting the victory. But I see at times, I don't think we come out and impose our will. I think we fight back and wind up taking over once the game is completed. So the challenge this week is to impose our will on both of these teams. Record goes out the window when you have a number in front of your name. You're a target to many. So I know those two teams are going to come in and play us extremely hard to try to knock off a ranked opponent. Expectations, we all have them. I expected to move up in the rankings, but not as fast as we did. But the good part about the guys is I believe they expected it. And that's what it all boils down to, them believing that they can achieve a certain goal. And we got it accomplished. I just have challenged them. If you're gonna strive to be ranked in the nation, why not strive to be number one? And the way we can do that is continue to win this weekend. It's always fun when I get a chance to coach against them because some of the old flashbacks of the Wiley Texas College rivalry does come into mind. But at the end of the day, I'm a Wiley Wildcat, and I expect to beat them, and I expect it to be a fun atmosphere. One of my better friends was assistant coach for them, so of course we had our own little talks. But at the end of the day, it's about the guys in uniform going out competing in a good old HBCU rivalry game. Corey, start with him because he's our point guard. He's definitely stepped up this year and took more of a role as far as leadership and taking care of the basketball. I think it's like assist to turnover ratio is maybe like 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1. Versus last year, turnovers and assists almost equaled out. He's definitely came in with the mindset of winning and getting everybody involved, and I think it has trickled down throughout the program. You take like a guy in Ricardo Artis, he's new to our system this year, but he had a chance to sit out last semester here on campus to kind of get a feel of what we needed out of him. He's a gamer. Anything we need done, if it's a time when we need a three, we can count on him to make it. A time we need free throws, we count on him to make it. Rebounds, whatever. He's a stat sheet stuffer. He's a player's coach. I think any coach would be happy to coach him, and he just does what required of a star on the basketball team. And then you end the conversation with a George Page. Who's our lone 4-year guy here. He was here in 13-14 when we won the Red River Conference Championship. And I've challenged him this year to step up and take more of a vocal leadership role. That's still coming into fruition. I think it's definitely not his comfort zone, but he's trying. But he's definitely showing in his play. He stepped it up. He had a rough Louisiana stretch where he didn't produce as well statistically wise. But he definitely rebounded extremely well these past 2 games, getting those double-doubles, as well as all 3 of those guys. I expect a lot out of him because he's our lone champion on the team, and he knows exactly what it takes to get back to the championship and win it all. I think it's a total team effort.
Okay.
A total team effort. Ricardo would definitely be a newcomer with the most productivity. But I think as far as the team and the way we practice, I think it pushes everybody. So Ricardo probably is going to get enough accolades from the conference. If I had to do a newcomer of the year, it'd probably be the team in its entirety because those guys work hard whether they play 1 minute or 40 minutes. They work extremely hard in practice, and I'm proud of each and every guy because it takes a lot to watch and not be a part in game and still keep that same team mentality, team approach in order to become successful as a whole. And we thank everybody for the support thus far, the administration, the students, the community. We just want to thank everybody for the support and encouraging words. And I ask that you come out this weekend and help us get over the hump versus St. Thomas and Texas College. Be exciting games, and we look forward to seeing each and every one of you.
My name is George Page. I'm a senior, and I'm from Winfield, Louisiana.
My name is Ricardo Artis. I'm from Austin, Texas, and I'm a senior.
My freshman year, I didn't talk, didn't say nothing. I was just as I am now. So whatever the coach say do, I do. I'm more of a vocal leader and an example. So that's how I really transferred. Moved up from a freshman to a senior. The difference is, I would have to say, it was kind of like I was just scared of my talent when I was a freshman.
Okay.
What I could have been as a freshman. So, and then Coach Sticks really believed in me, and he gave me the confidence, to be who I am today, as far as on the court. Wow.
Okay. Find a role within the team and be the best I could be for the coaches and the teammates, and also for myself. With me, more like to prepare myself, he wanted me to pick it up on defense more and then be how I used to be in the second half only. I used to be just a second half player this season, still trying to get comfortable and everything. So now I'm starting to just make it as the whole game with playing hard and trying to getting comfortable once the ball is in there. So just making adjustments and trying to be the best.
One word that describes it.
Tough.
One word that describes it.
Perfect. And just perfect for us. We need a Coach Mack. We got the cool head coach and Coach Sticks is the assistant basis, and Mac, he's cool. But when that buzzer's ready, we know there's no more games to be played. It's serious, and we gotta get ready to go.
To be honest with you, they not respecting Wiley College as far as basketball wise and the institution. So that's why we dropped the number 1. They're very important because they're the next games, but it's about us. If we come out 100% full focus, we can't be stopped. So it's really about us at the end of the day.
Maintaining turnovers, running through the sets. We go through everything, preparation. I can almost guarantee we're the most prepared team for a game in the conference, if not along the nation, along with help from Coach Mack, Coach Basin, and Coach Sticks. All it is us, and we know that. That's what we always talk about.
It's required.
I knew he was gonna say me. It's definitely me. It's definitely me, probably.
You never know what you get out of this guy right here. He's a character. So, this is the weirdest one right here.
He gotta be.
Let me ask you a question. Who is your favorite basketball team?
The Lakers.
LeBron James.
So the Lakers in Cleveland. Oh, sounds good.
Me being me, I go hard in anything I do. Everything I do, to be honest with you. So I send a message to them saying, go hard in everything. Put your 100% into it. If you want to do it, you want to do it. If you don't do it. No need to waste your time or anybody else's time.
With me, I took a lot different route, obviously, with my career. I'd say you just trust the process here, really. It's a process on and off the court. You get challenged every day with different stuff over here. Just like you gotta trust the process, trust what Coach Sticks believe in, trusting what the coaches believe in, and then trusting your players and yourself. You're gonna come out on top.
It was amazing. I don't want to pass him the ball, so I'm like, can he just do what you do? And so I'm looking, and I'm thinking like he about to do a crazy layup. And I just seen him head above the rim like, oh my gosh, he really did that. Before he even dunked it. So I'm like,
The best dunk I ever seen with my own eyes in the game. I mean, I see this some NBA dunks. The NBA players, that's the only reason I'm going to give them a dunk better than what he did. But with my own eyes, and if I see it at an NBA game, that's probably all over the internet. I'm actually mad they don't got the film.
I mean, that's the best dunk I've seen ever since I've been at Wiley and playing with somebody. Because I never seen it before. I'm like, and then the crowd was hyped, and they stopped the game for 30 seconds. Like, he did that.
That's good.
You know what I'm gonna say? We're gonna put on the show. Man, practice and everything is cool, it's preparation, everything. But when the game time comes, everybody in here lives for the moments. You know, the support is what we feed off of. We need the support. We love the support. You know, we just gonna try to play the best that we can be. We definitely don't plan on losing at the house, so you gotta come out here and support.
Yeah, just what he said.
Maverick and Riley, and my family, of course.
Shout out to Kylie. Love you. Shout out to my family, my friends back home.
I mean, baby.
I do that.
I mean, baby.
It's going well. We're not where we wanted to be. We lost 3 games. In my opinion, we've given 2 of them away. At this point, we wanted to be undefeated in conference, and we are not. Preparation sometimes is a little difficult because the teams just see the other name on the jersey and just assume that things are going to be a lot easy, and we've given away 2 games. Other than that, though, my kids are working hard. We are moving forward towards our goal of 25 wins and playing at the national title. Shageorgia Williams is back. She was ineligible last year. She is a team captain, and she leads by example as well as being vocal. She's one of those kids that don't mind getting in the face of another teammate and just letting them know, hey, come on, let's go, let's go. That doesn't happen, that often, because sometimes your teammates can take that as, you know, she's coming at me a certain type of way. But the simple fact that she leads by example and she's vocal, she's able to do that. Lisa Neely is a kid that we lost last year. Week before the season, she tore her knee up, so I'm extremely excited to have her back. She's like the quiet assassin. She just leads by example. She speaks when she has to speak, but other than that, she just leads by example. Her demeanor, her will, her want to, it just comes out through example, and I'm extremely happy to have her back. She can play the 1 or the 2. And her 3-point shot is something we were missing last year. She comes in every day to practice, and she gives it all every single day, and that's something that, you know, us coaches always dream of. Alexis Bernstein has been with us for 4 years now. She is also a team captain, and Alexis can go both ways. She leads by example. She's quiet and she's vocal. I'm trying to get her to talk and express more so how she feels, and to push her teammates as well as to push herself. But as far as leading by example, she just works so hard. Sometimes it gets her in trouble. You know, she just doesn't know when to slow down at times, which is something we got to work on. But her leadership skills on the court, her leadership skills on a defensive end, she takes pride in rebounding. And I want to say right now she's almost to 700, And so, you know, she takes pride in that. She takes pride in stopping the person on the other team. So I'm extremely happy with those three. I'm glad to have Georgia back as well as Lisa back, and they are going to do great things for our team. Well, that's a must-win. Both games are must-win, regardless of where they fall in the conference. They are in front of us in the sense of they are trying to stop us from our ultimate goal. And our ultimate goal is winning the tournament as well as winning the conference outright. And if we go into games if we go into games thinking that we're going to win just because of the name of our chest, then we're going to be in for a dogfight. So it's the same for each team. You have to respect the opponent, but at the same time, we have to dominate. We have to take what we want, and so we have to come to play. St. Thomas is, I believe, 2 games behind. They took LSUS, who right now is second, into double overtime at their place. They have a forward player that is leading them in points and rebounds, and we have to be sound on the defensive end as well as the offensive end. They have a few bigs on their team, so our bigs are going to have to come to play, and our bigs are going to have to dominate. As far as Texas College, they also took LSUS into overtime just last week. So if we go in with the mentality of we're in third, they're below us, then the outcome might be different. At the same time, we have a goal. They are in front of us or trying to stop us from reaching our goals. So we have to go in and we have to be able to execute, and we have to be able to take care of business, especially at home. Yes, Millie is a kid that was ineligible last year, as well as ineligible the first semester. And so I told her, if you don't take care of your business in the classroom, then you can't help us. If you wanted to play basketball for Wiley College and finishing out your career, then you must take care of your business in the classroom. She did that, and so yes, she is now a part of our team. She brings a dominant presence on the offensive end, inside the paint. There is not too many people, in my opinion, that can stop her. Only she can stop herself. And so she's finally getting her mojo back. She did extremely well this past weekend against Langston as well as Southwest, University of Southwest. And so if we continue, if she continues to dominate and be the presence that I know she can be in the paint, then she's going to help us exceed our goal of 25 wins. Anika is a kid with so much talent. Anika stops herself. She is great 10 to 12 feet out and on the block. Last year we had her playing a 3-guard, a 3-4. She expressed interest. She is built to play that position, but she just did not quite get it done at the 3-4 spot. We moved her back to her natural position at the 4 spot, and she plays well at times, and then at times she's lax. So we've had countless conversations. She should be dominating this league, especially on the offensive end, scoring and rebounding. And these kids sometimes just, they get in their head, they struggle, and then it kind of lingers with them. Instead of them struggling, regrouping, and coming back stronger and not worrying about practice or the past games. So she is slowly making her way. She's had a really good 2 weeks of practice and games. And we are now going to just continue in the direction we're going with her. Top Colquitt, she was freshman of the year. Best thing about that is she's a walk-on for us. And so she received that award, which is an extremely good award. She came back more so out of shape than everyone else due to an injury. She had a lingering injury that she really didn't take care of this summer, and it just kind of moved over towards preseason. So she was out the majority of the preseason. So she's already behind the 8 ball. We now have the 2 point guards that we were missing last year. So the fact that she was injured, she has to take a backseat to her injury, and now we have Georgia Williams back, as well as Lisa Neely, excuse me. So she's having to play catch up. She needs to get back to shooting the ball. That's what she did well for us. Distributing the ball and shooting the ball. So she's starting to get back to shooting the ball. She wants to kind of mimic some of the other point guards, and that's just not her game. That's not who she was, and that's not how she won freshman year. So we are now getting her back to tie freshman of the year of last year. And so I'm extremely happy at where she's at and the progress I know she's going to make. Well, all you fans out there, we would really appreciate your support. We need your support. We play exceptionally well when we have fans cheering us on. We have 2 big games coming up. Our goal is for us to take care of business at home. We do not have a lot of home games left, so we would appreciate your support. Anytime there is a Wildcat fan, a Wiley alumni supporting us, it's always good. It's good to know that we have your support, and please come out, help support us as we play Friday at 5:30 against St. Thomas, and then Saturday 5:30 against Texas College.